Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Green Dot Report. I'm Dom, that's Phil, and we're hopping on here to react to the 2025 Pittsburgh Steelers' first preseason game where they defeated the Jaguars 31-25. Phil, what stood out to you?
Well, I think a couple things stood out to me. The main thing that everybody was talking about, the offensive line not particularly looking strong, especially on the left side with Broderick Jones. I thought he played pretty good. Granted, it's only two series, but I mean, the offensive line really stood out. There wasn't really many penalties, and they didn't really give up too many pressures. The one sack that Mason Rudolph did take, he held
I
onto the
mean,
ball 10 seconds.
yeah, I mean that was pretty good blocking. No, I thought they looked better than everything that I've heard coming out of camp. I kind of expected the defensive line to look a little bit better the way they've been beating this offensive line throughout camp. But no, I thought they performed well. I didn't really watch Broderick by himself, but the line as a whole impressed me.
Yeah, definitely. I think another thing that really stood out was the wide receiving group as a whole. I
Yeah,
mean, it is kind of once you get past the a couple names that everybody kind of just blends together. But the one thing that everybody has been saying about camp is Scotty Miller looking really good,
yeah,
and I thought he played very well today. I mean, granted it's against second string, third string,
yeah.
but also Roman Wilson making an appearance, and maybe, just maybe, everybody can stop freaking out about how he looks in training camp, because I mean, he's obviously not going to get as many opportunities in 7 shots or team drills when Rodgers is trying to link up with DK and get that connection growing. What did you think
Yeah.
about Roman Wilson?
I was so happy to see that first catch. I was rooting for him. I think the timing of the catch was kind of just as important as the catch to come out the beginning of the game when the nerves are the highest. That's what everybody is knocking him on right now. Maybe the moment's too big for him. And yeah, he came out in the beginning of the game, set the tone for the game. The route itself, I know it was an inside route. He was playing in the slot, but he was facing their starting outside corner. And he got inside position, used his leverage to make an inside move. That's outside wide receiver stuff. So it was great.
Yeah. I also really enjoyed the Mason throwing the ball to Darnell Washington, which we did not see a lot of last year.
No, and we wanted more of because it seemed like every time they did it, it was an automatic first down. Nobody wants to tackle that guy.
Exactly.
And we saw it in Georgia, him stretching the seam or the seam at Georgia, and wasn't happening, with the Steelers offense the last couple of years. But they weren't stretching the seam with anybody really.
Yeah.
We heard it all camp. Aaron Rodgers has been raving about him, and we've seen the highlights out of camp of him doing this all camp, and it's reassuring to see it in an actual game, though it's preseason.
Yeah. I mean, was there any other position groups on offense that you think really stood out or kind of
So to
difference?
talk running backs, Caleb Johnson, he looked a little hesitant, which is fine for his first preseason game.
Yeah.
I think everything behind Caleb Johnson surprised me more than
Trey Sermon.
yeah, Trey Sermon. Where did he come from? I mean, we've heard the name in camp, but that's camp. He was impressive. He got the 11-yard touchdown on a screen and then a big hit on the ensuing kickoff. That's how you make a team.
Oh, for sure.
He's looking good. They might have to run with 4 running backs this year.
See, that
if
would
he
be
keeps that
interesting.
up.
Yes, that would be interesting.
I think that'd be another knock on Connor
Yeah.
Hayward. Yeah, because he's gonna have trouble making it with this tight end group, and if he can't find a way to squeeze in with that running back group,
Yeah.
good luck.
I think the Pittsburgh Steelers have the best tight end group in the league, if not pretty close to it.
Yeah, after signing Jonnu, I don't know how anybody could argue that.
Yeah. I mean, the The problem is we get a lot of, or you hear about a lot of things going on in camp where people don't look good, or this doesn't look good, or that doesn't look good. But we all got to remember it's just camp. Camp is not.
Yeah.
Things can look bad in camp and be just fine. And not saying that I think our wide receiver position is solved, or left tackle is solved, or anything on the offensive line is solved. But we just got to remember that it's just camp. During game time, it's completely different.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't make mistakes at camp, where are they supposed to make them?
Exactly.
Where are the guys supposed to meet up, become a team, work out the kinks, make all the mistakes? If it's not training camp, that's what it's there for. It's just people, all the cameras are out and everybody thinks they need to perform like it's Monday Night Football. It's not. It's not what it's there for.
Yeah. So another thing that I think is pretty interesting in the game is Jacksonville started their starters, and I think they played 2 series. And I think our defense looked pretty good without, 7 starters? Missing 7 starters or something like that.
Yeah, it looks like Beanie Bishop's really trying to make a team, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, blanket. Giving him no extra yardage.
Yep.
Love to see
He got beat on a couple routes, had makeup speed, got back, recovered. I mean, yeah, he was playing with his hair on fire, which, I mean, he has to have any chance at this. Even after, I mean, you can't. Undrafted, 4 interceptions last year. That's storybook stuff, but the talent they have in that room this year it's going to be tough.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I said
he played great.
Yeah, I said about the tight ends being one of the best rooms in the NFL. I mean, we're pretty good at corner. I mean, everywhere on defense, I think we're pretty. I mean, we got to see Cole Holcomb for the first time. That's exciting. I think he
looks great.
Yeah, he had a couple nice plays. And Peyton Wilson running the defense. Second year
green
player.
dot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peyton with the green dot.
That's awesome.
Tomlin
said Tomlin said he's ready for it, and I mean that's very encouraging since he's a second-year player, and the Pittsburgh Steelers usually aren't very. We don't really play a lot of rookies, I would say, compared to most teams. I think we saw that with Joey Porter Jr.
Mm-hmm.
When he first came.
Yeah. It took him a red zone interception to finally get a starting job. Mm-hmm. And that was when we had no corners. So Cole Holcomb looked great. Speed. You couldn't. If you told me there was no injury, I would believe you. He looked great. Yeah. That's a 1.5 recovery though, so he stuck to it. He looked great. I think the only question, or not the only question, but the biggest question I had on defense, the starting defense going into the season and coming into this game, was Juan Thornhill. If I liked Juan Thornhill, who doesn't like him in Kansas City, went to Cleveland, had a rough couple of years, and anytime somebody goes to Cleveland, has a rough couple of years, you wonder if it's the player or if it's just Cleveland, and you kind of lean towards it's just Cleveland. So that was the question mark coming in, and I mean, I don't know how many plays he actually got in, but he made a staple, or he made his point when he was in there with the big hit and patrolling the middle of the field, and he looked great. So
yeah, I knew as soon as
if he can keep that up and play like anything like he did in Kansas City, then we're fine.
Mm-hmm. I knew as soon as he laid that hit, I was like, "Yep, that's Dom likes that."
Yeah, that's what I want to see.
I mean, I was just impressed on how. I don't think Jacksonville's offense is, the best by any means, but the defense missing so many pieces, and yes, they have a lot of weapons. They have 2 wide receivers that I think before playing this game, at least, a lot of people would say that they were more talented at wide receiver than the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
And with us missing so many pieces on our defense, we still pretty much shut them down.
Yeah.
They got a field goal.
Yeah, they didn't look good at all. And yeah, it's hard. It's hard that you don't want to overreact to a preseason game, but I mean, I liked what I saw.
Yeah, for sure.
Rock Taylor, I expected Rock Taylor to get in a little earlier than he did, from what I was hearing coming out of camp.
Yeah,
I didn't. Did you see him before? What was it?
it's
10 minutes left in the third is my note of
Yeah.
it's at least when he had his first catch.
Yeah, I know it was in the third. It was the first time I noticed him. I definitely expected him to get more playing time. I mean, he made a couple catches, so
Yeah, he looked good.
I don't think there was anything
So,
he did that I didn't like. But
so before the injury to Will Howard a few days ago, that was probably your key thing to watch coming into this game, right? Will Howard.
Oh.
Wow, how will Will Howard do? Right, that's what everybody here in Pittsburgh wanted to see.
yeah,
And then he gets injured, breaks his pinky, doesn't get to play, and everybody's disappointed. And what are we going to watch at quarterback? We know what Mason Rudolph is. He's going to go in there and shred your second team, which he did. Nobody
And
wanted to
first
see
team.
anything. And first team, which he's capable of, and most of the time he does. And he did today. And nobody cared about Skylar Thompson. But I bet they do now.
yeah, he looked.
What a game by him.
Yeah, I think he looked. There wasn't very many negative points in the game that I saw. I mean, like I think Tomlin said in the halftime report about they basically weren't shooting themselves in the foot, and they were what's it called, not missing assignments. And usually when you have that, you play a pretty good game, I'd say.
Yeah.
One thing with Mason that I wanted to talk about, when he got interviewed before the game, and they asked him how he liked, or what it felt like to be back in Pittsburgh. And I mean, he answered it. You know, they all answer the same. They're gonna say whatever. But you really got to think about it. Mason was a backup for the Steelers, sometimes third string for a while. Left to go to Tennessee, and was a backup to Will Levis, which I think
looking like a bust.
I think that
They've moved on already.
yeah. If they were the same age, I think that Mason's a better football player, or showed that he can be capable to be a better football player than Will Levis. And then he comes back to Pittsburgh, thinks he's going to have a starting job.
Finally.
And they sign Rodgers. Now, for him to still be excited to be here, I mean, he's getting paid, so it's, I mean, that could be one thing to be excited about. But I mean, it's just,
yeah,
it's
it
cool
looks
to
like
see.
he's actually having fun. You see him on the sidelines, and he's like genuinely laughing with the other quarterbacks. And the interviews he's given, it's, I don't know, the way he talks about Rodgers and how much he's enjoying him being here.
Everyone talks about Rodgers like that.
Yeah, it's shocking. Breaking news: he's not an asshole, but everybody's loving him being here, and Mason has been talking about it in a way that I didn't expect. Because, I mean, I was shocked when he came back here because he never said anything negative about the Steelers. He's always been very professional, but he could have if he wanted to. There are multiple times over the last 6 years that they did him wrong and took opportunities away from him. And he goes there and he comes back, and depending on how you see it, you can say they did him wrong again.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't. Maybe by his standards they did, but by the team they didn't. But he's not seeing it that way. He's not treating it that way. And when Will Howard talks about how good Aaron Rodgers has been to him, how good he is at teaching, he adds Mason in there too. So, I mean, they got a good thing going.
Now let me
Hopefully
ask you this.
It keeps up.
If, say the Steelers have a normal Steelers season, would you
First
be
round exit.
open to bringing Rodgers back? And do you think he would come back?
So when you say a normal Steelers season,
We'll say playoffs and lose first or second round.
okay, how are they going? Are they because it's been the same story for the last 9 years?
Mm-hmm.
It's very important that things are different. So how do they go into the playoffs? Are they winning or are they losing?
Well, we'll say that they don't have a 6-game losing streak or a 5-game losing streak.
Okay, and is it a first round exit?
Yeah. We'll say first round exit.
So I would say nothing changes. You leverage all of those draft picks. Whatever your plan was going to be going into next year's draft, whatever quarterback they want, whether it be Aller or the Manning kid,
I think
you do
Manning's
that.
not coming out till 27.
Oh, really?
I think.
Good. But whatever they were going to do there, whatever quarterback they were going to go for, I still think they should do that. But if Rodgers played good and he didn't look like an old man and has the season that we all think he's going to have, then I would probably want him back because it wouldn't be a bad thing for whoever you draft to learn from him.
Yeah, I think that's kind of why I asked you because I know
Price, price being
yeah,
important
sure.
there. But yeah,
especially with all the new contracts.
Yeah.
I mean, you basically need a team-friendly deal. I don't know if he would.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he'd be open to it anyway. But
yeah,
the whole reason I asked that was because I think a lot of people like Arch Manning, and I believe I saw that he wasn't going to come out to the draft until 27. So if that happens, and the Steelers were actually interested in him, which we have no idea if they are. I'd imagine that everybody's interested in him. It just depends if you have the pick to get him or not. But since he's not coming out till 27, I thought maybe do you think the Steelers would be even willing to basically put quarterback on hold another year and bring in a
I
veteran?
don't know if you can do that for one player because if it doesn't work with Manning, I don't know if it's as deep than the quarterback position the next year. Maybe that's why he wants to stay in because the list that I was seeing, the list that I was seeing of him coming out this year had him at like 8. So, I mean, he's got only a couple starts.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I would just put everything on hold just for him because, I mean, we don't know how he's going to play this year. And
yeah,
what if you don't get him?
Yeah,
I don't know what they're going to do. And
I just think they're so set up for the draft this year that, I mean, I don't even know how many picks, but
I think 11. No. Yeah, I'm pretty sure 11.
So
I don't know. I hope they don't just keep doing what they're doing now.
Mm-hmm. I
just,
agree.
Russell Wilson. But we'll see how this year goes.
Now, another thing, so back to the Will Howard thing. When he got hurt, I mean, obviously I was really excited to see him play. Really wishing him success. But kind of really hurts that he's out because, now this is just my opinion, but it kind of seems like maybe not his career. It's not like he's leaving or anything, but it kind of put that's a big obstacle to climb. He was already, a 6th round pick, 5th round pick?
Yeah.
And
there's no clear path for him now.
Yeah, he's not going to have a preseason. I mean, hopefully we don't lose 2 quarterbacks during the season. So he's not going to really get any playing time in game situations. And then if we draft a quarterback next year, the Steelers draft a quarterback, you'd imagine that it's going to be a higher pick than him. And if that happens, I feel like they go with the higher pick. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've heard a couple people saying this, and I do see that, but I see not a clear path for him to get playing time, but it just never goes the way everybody thinks it's going to go. Because you say, oh, well, there's no way he plays this year. They're saying he could play the last preseason game, and then you never know what happens during the season. Unfortunately, we've seen Duck Hodges take the team, towards a playoff run before. So we don't know if we're going to see him this year. And going into next year, I'm going to assume that Aaron Rodgers isn't going to be here because I don't see him being the kind of guy that goes back on what he said.
Yeah. I mean, that's
he
the
said
most
he's
likely
retiring.
scenario. Yeah.
So I'm going to say he's probably not going to be here. And then, what is Mason on a 1 or 2 year deal? Even if Mason is there. So you go in and say Mason, Will Howard, and a rookie quarterback. Tomlin's not going to let a rookie quarterback start without making competition.
Yeah.
I mean, he does that with veterans. So there'll be a competition.
Yeah,
and
he'd have to look really, really good for Tomlin to just start him right off the bat. And
I mean, so would the rookie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The rookie, like if we drafted a quarterback in the first round, even if it was the first round, I mean, they kind of did that with Pickett, but I guess you're right. He did have competition, but I just don't see it.
No, I don't. I mean, I don't see it, but I wasn't one of the guys saying that he was going to be the next Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I hope he gets a shot. I hope the pinky heals up and he can do it by the last preseason game.
Yeah, it would be. I mean,
and then give him the whole damn game at that point.
Yeah.
That way you got Rodgers and Mason 100% healthy for the season. Just give Will Howard the game and let the kid throw it.
Now with this game over, I don't believe it's been announced or have any word on it. But do the starters play in the preseason? I know more would play. You would assume.
Yeah, more. But I'll go.
Is there any that don't play at all? No preseason games.
Yeah, Rodgers, Watt, Hayward. See, I don't know. Maybe Rodgers and DK get a series.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking almost.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Watt's not gonna play.
Yeah.
Watt's not gonna play. I don't know. Because they're new. It's so tough to say because they're new. You got guys like Jalen Ramsey and Darius Slay. And any other circumstance, you'd say, no, please don't play them in the preseason. But they've never played together, like game time.
Yeah, I feel like if they had a year together, you would say no.
So I'm not sure what he's going to do, but what would you do?
I mean, I think you would. I think I would give everybody new a series, maybe not on the defensive side, but probably. I would definitely give, like you said, DK and Rodgers a series. But
how much does a series do for these guys? Like,
that's what I mean. I don't.
Does the risk just outweigh the reward way too much to throw these guys in for a series? Because the time they're getting in training camp and working out and practice it's just a series of some other guy on the other side. Beneficial to risk.
Yeah, I mean, especially with all of them being veterans, like.
Yeah.
I mean, you hear them say all the time, it's football like, you know what I mean? But it's not actually like. A lot of people say you can't have your welcome to the NFL moment in the preseason.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it really... I don't know. I have no idea if they would give them a series. I'd imagine they would, just because that seems to be the... I mean,
the trending thing.
Yeah,
now that there's only 3 preseason games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Russell Wilson got a lot of time today for New York. I had that game on for a little while. Looked like the same Russ.
Did anything else stand out in the game today?
Let me go back to my notes here. Yeah, Caleb looked hesitant, but you could see potential there. You could see some burst that we haven't seen from a running back, a starting running back that, got drafted in the first round.
I would say
Number 22.
out of everybody or every player that I was excited to see during this game, I think Caleb Johnson was the most underwhelming. And
Yeah.
like you said, hesitant. And I mean, he's a rookie. Hopefully, I mean, jitters. You never know. Next game he can come out and run for 100 yards. Who knows? But
Yeah.
I think
Better hit that jugs machine pretty hard this week, huh?
Yeah, his catching is not the greatest.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, he got a couple like short yardage first downs that should have been stopped in the backfield, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Like most running backs would have gotten stopped in the backfield. But he did, and then he didn't get that fourth down. But
they started it was horrible blocking.
Yeah,
they started a series where they ran it 3 times in a row with him and they got a first down. And I mean, we haven't seen that in a while. So that was nice.
Which that reminds me that for some reason, I feel like, and I don't know if you feel this way, but the offensive line actually to me looked better pass blocking than they did run blocking.
Yeah, and that's been the opposite of their MO the last couple of years.
Kind of, yeah. Because I mean,
but this year they are switching to more of a zone scheme because they're getting away from Najee, who couldn't find a hole. Yeah. So they're changing a few things. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about the run blocking yet.
No, it wasn't. I don't think it was horrible. It just wasn't.
What do you think of Jack Sawyer?
I mean, I think he had flashes of looking really good. He should have had that sack. Giving up that sack was, I mean, and that was a huge play.
That was tough.
Yeah, but I mean, he looked explosive off the line.
Yeah, I wrote my notes. He looked like he belonged. Like in the first few plays, you're like, oh, he looks like an NFL player. And then in the fourth quarter, when there was 10 seconds left, he looked like T.J. Watt against the 4 stringers.
Yeah, I mean, him being our 4th edge rusher, and that's kind of scary.
That's an embarrassment of riches that most teams would. Most teams would kill to have our 3 and 4 as their 1 and 2, Herbig and Sawyer.
Yeah. Yeah. The other thing that I saw with our defense, and I mean, this is with our 4th edge rusher. We didn't really pressure the quarterback too much, and I know when they were playing their first string offense for those 2 drives, Lawrence was getting the ball up extremely quick, it seemed like.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
They started to Marvin Leal at right outside linebacker. And they've been trying to do that switch with him for I think 3 years now. He got drafted as a defensive end, as a 300-pounder, and they tried to move him to outside linebacker. It's not working. It didn't work. And I think this is probably going to be his last training camp here, unfortunately for him. And he doesn't have any explosiveness off the edge. He's good at holding the edge or setting the edge and good against the run. And Sawyer, coming out of Ohio State, was most known for stopping the run and less known for his pass rush ability. So it didn't bother me. I know what you mean. They had no pressure, no slashing pressure, but they were collapsing the pocket, which was good. They were getting pushed. They weren't getting manhandled. And I think the moves for Sawyer will come. And for Leal, it's probably try again on another team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have no worries with Sawyer. I think
I saw Y.A. Black get in there a few times.
Yeah,
a couple pressures. He's massive, man.
Yeah, he's a big human.
Yeah, he's scary.
What did you think of Derek Harmon?
He looked, I'll say, fine.
Nothing really.
Nothing special, but he didn't get moved. I said that.
Yeah.
Now they didn't play him long, and I mean he did play where other starters didn't, but he went into training camp, I believe, as the starting
Yeah.
defensive tackle, defensive end next to Cam Hayward as a rookie. And I mean, I don't know if that's ever happened around here. Rookies start sometimes around here, especially with the new age Steelers, but they don't go into training camp listed as the starter
Yeah,
when you
that's
have
kind of
guys that
wild.
have been on this team for 5 years below them. So
Hmm.
that tells you what they expect out of him. And I mean, I expect the same thing. And yeah, they took him out after the first or second series, which I like to see. I,
Yeah.
I, I like seeing that more than I'm discouraged by anything I saw in the game. He
Yeah.
held his own and looked like he belonged. And I think for the first game, that's what you look for.
Yeah. I mean,
Baseline, you know.
yeah. A lot of this is just to get people. I mean, football like environment, a little bit more
Yeah,
competitive than training camp.
yeah. Everything you do in training camp, just with another team on the other side.
Yeah. So would you say that Caleb Johnson was the biggest loser?
Oh man, it's. I guess if
It
you had to
sounds
put a
so
title
bad.
on it, yeah. I don't want to say that because it was his first game. He didn't do anything to mess up. He just, you know, I guess didn't live up to some people's expectations. But
Yeah.
yeah, I guess so. If you're gonna have to put a label on it, if you going winners and losers, I think with expectations that were hanging on him coming in, I would probably label him the biggest loser.
Yeah, I would say he had a lot of expectations compared to. I would say, I mean, I hate to say this, but I think it's just watching Najee run for what? How long
For
was he in
years,
Pittsburgh for?
yeah.
Yeah, 4 years. And then he comes in, we draft him, and I mean, they kind of
You're like, please run it for more than 15
yeah,
yards.
just please just be faster,
Yeah.
because I mean,
I, Thinking more about, I can't label somebody a biggest loser when, I mean, well, I'll have to rewatch it, but he probably got hit in the backfield on 50 to 60% of his plays.
yeah,
What do you want the guy to do?
yeah. I was more running the ball. I think he did fine. I don't. I mean, he didn't. He obviously didn't break any big runs or anything, or even collect a lot of yardage. But the passing. I wouldn't
Not
say
running out.
I wouldn't say I'm worried, but yeah, if he runs out there, I mean that's a completion for sure. Cause I don't think I saw anybody over there. He might have been able to get into open space.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard that he had hands coming out, but they didn't use it much in college
Hmm.
because he was such a good runner. We'll see.
Yeah.
That
Well,
didn't look very true today, but
yeah. They say if you
he,
don't use it, you lose it. So
yeah, he's been working on his blocking a lot in training camp. He
yeah, he
was
blocked a
picking
little
him up
too
today.
much, though.
Yeah,
Though,
he blocked a little too long.
which
He
is
was
kind of
helping who
ironic.
I don't know who was in at right tackle there, but yeah, he was helping a little too long. It was a pretty awkward looking play,
Hmm.
but yeah, I'm still so excited for him
Oh, for
moving
sure.
forward.
I don't think
Yeah,
the one thing about this preseason game is my excitement for seeing different people, or they didn't go down at all. Everything went up. Like the bar was raised in every way. The only one that
yeah,
really, I mean, everybody. I mean, I don't want to say everybody, but I was so excited for Caleb Johnson, and I mean, I'm still so excited to see what he could do. But he's the only one that didn't really raise the bar.
yeah. It
Roman,
didn't
I
give
was
you
so
what you
excited to
wanted.
see him. I thought his route running looked, I mean, decent from what I saw. Like you said, it's hard. You can't really grade anything just on watching the game one time. But
Yeah,
he made plays when he needed to make plays. He was open multiple times, even when he didn't get the
yeah,
ball.
yeah. What is? Who he went to? He went left to number, I forget, number 11 on that comeback, and
Oh,
Roman Wilson was open on the other side.
yes.
But yeah, I saw him multiple times running open, and that's all I need to see.
And the great thing is you can't say anything about Mason either because he was like, what do you have, one incompletion, two
One
incompletions?
incompletion. Yeah,
Yeah. So like,
135 rating.
yeah, like I
Held
mean,
the ball too
so
long on the one because he was looking for a big play. That's
yeah,
preseason fun.
yeah.
He looked great.
Another thing that was exciting. I know we're gonna keep saying this. It's first preseason. Can't get too excited, but it's awesome to see a touchdown being scored every quarter. If we
Yeah.
could take that into the regular season, I think with our defense and
Oh,
that, I mean, the offense is going to look completely different when all the starters play. But
I think it's going to happen this time.
a touchdown every quarter would be, I mean, it'd be tough to beat the Steelers.
Yeah. Yeah. If you get anywhere near 30 points in a game, I just don't see many people beating this team.
Yeah, definitely not. Um,
Cam Johnson's leg still works. That was cool
yeah,
to see. Even the Corliss Waitman's not going out without a fight. How about that kick?
yeah.
56 yards.
I was going to ask that. That everybody is saying about the punting battle. I mean,
Yeah, I didn't think there was
I
one,
would
but there is.
I wouldn't really say there's a kicking battle. We do have the best kicker in the league,
Ben
in my
Sauls.
opinion,
Yeah.
Chris Boswell.
Yeah, if he decides to kick for us.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're gonna make
Yeah, they
that
will.
happen.
Yeah.
But who do you think for punter?
Gotta be Cam
Waitman or
Johnson.
Johnston?
Gotta be Cam Johnson.
Yeah, I mean he didn't lose it, and last year, I mean the
I said coming into the
unbelievable.
season, if he came back with 80% of the leg that he left with,
Yeah,
he's still winning the battle. And yeah,
yeah,
he's a freak. He's a freak. And Corliss Waitman, I mean, if there, like I said it on Twitter or X yesterday, if there was no Cam Johnson in this world, I'd be very excited to have Corliss Waitman as the Steelers punter. But
yeah,
there's a freak sitting there. Got to use him.
yeah. I mean Waitman probably starts in almost
Most.
all other teams.
Yeah, he'll have a job. And he's a lefty, right?
Yeah. Other than that, was there anything else about today's game?
No. No, it's preseason.
Yeah,
I hit all the points I had. I wasn't, like you said, you put it perfectly. I wasn't discouraged by anything.
yeah. I
I'm
think
encouraged more so by everything I saw.
for sure.
Just getting impatient now.
Yeah, I'm ready for the season to start already.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I got two more of these to talk about, which
Yep.
we all know don't really matter, but it's all we got right now.
Yeah. I
It
mean,
matters for guys like us. I care.
yeah. I'm so ready to see the starters.
Yeah.
And
See Aaron Rodgers.
yeah, that'll be just exciting to see what could come. I mean, we saw with everybody that played today. I feel more encouraged with every position group, I would say.
Yeah.
Like I feel a lot more comfortable. I don't think there's like drastic changes that need made.
Yeah. So this didn't change your view, or did it, about going into the season with this wide receiver room, or do you still think they need to add?
Um
Really to tell,
so I think
but head in the direction.
yeah, I don't think adding would be such a bad thing. I don't think that it's as necessary to add a wide receiver now that we've seen how Roman Wilson looks, how Scotty Miller looks. I mean,
Yeah.
we have a very deep tight end group. Red zone, we should just be throwing the ball up to Darnell. I mean, I just
Yeah. The wide receiver, the whole room made plays today. Guys that,
yeah.
most people don't know their names. And
The
yeah, everybody's
problem,
making plays.
yeah, the problem that I mean, just not being productive in training camp with, I mean, many people on the team, but Roman Wilson in particular. A lot of people saying that he's not being productive in training camp and stuff like that, but I mean, he looked like he was ready. I think he ran some outside like routes.
He moved well, yeah, and they had him on the outside on a few routes.
Yeah.
They were moving him all over the place, which they were going hurry up, and he was switching X, Y, slot. That shows knowledge of the playbook, which apparently he doesn't have. So I'm happy. I don't know what's going on with all this reporting coming out of training camp. There's been a lot of weird stuff, but I'm happy to finally be able to put eyes on these guys.
Yeah.
On our own and make our own conclusions, because he looked fine.
Yeah.
They didn't draft Randy Moss, so he's fought for everything everywhere he's been. So it's going to take him a little while. He looks good.
Yeah, I think he looks like he's on track, and if he's on track, and I mean, and Calvin can step up a little bit from last year, and then we already got to step up with DK. It's just is the quarterback wide receiver combo gonna mix well together? And I mean, nobody should have any reason on why it shouldn't. I've every review of Rodgers has been glowing. Open door
and
policy.
His reviews of his receivers have been glowing. So if he's happy, then I'm happy, because I mean, we've seen it with guys like Alan Lazar. How many guys has he made famous? The guys that you would never expect. So if you can do pay attention to the same little keys and details that Aaron Rodgers can and does and wants you to, then you're going to play, and you're going to play well. So he was a detailed route runner coming out of college. Roman Wilson was. Those were all the glowing things said about him. If he just does everything that was said about him by everybody that he's ever played for, he's going to succeed. So right step tonight.
Yeah, so I don't think that there's really, I mean, adding depth, but I don't think that they're gonna get like a big name wide receiver by any means.
Yeah, you're not gonna have an all-star at every position. I know that's what it seems like Omar Khan's going for, but it's not possible.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. The players that we have, I mean, a lot of calling it the retirement home and all that, but the players that we have, I don't think you can afford this team years ago. 5 years ago. Imagine.
No.
Like, this team would be...
It's like LeBron taking all of his friends to Cleveland years ago. That's what this feels like sometimes. And it's, look out, it better work.
Yeah. I mean...
So, but it's exciting. I going into this season, I have more excitement for this team than I have in years.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I was excited with Russ and Fields last year, and this just, I mean,
took it up level.
Yeah, this is up next level.
Yeah. That's all I got though for this game.
Yeah, that's everything I have for this game as well. I don't have any more notes.
All right. Well, then we'll probably talk to everybody midweek, finish up any thoughts we had on this game, and start channeling all of our thoughts into next week's game and see how camp's going and practice is going. And
Welp, that'll do it for this week's reaction video. We'll catch you again later in the week for our preview of the Steelers' second preseason game. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy this content, and answer our question of the week. Who impressed you the most in the Steelers' first preseason game?